Hello, everybody. DrZero show right now will connect to Cambridge. There is an excellent researcher, Didem Gurdur Broo. Welcome, Didem. How are you?
Hello. Thank you very much, Cesar. Thank you for inviting me. I'm doing well. How are you?
Fine, fine. I am amazed to read your research and at the same time what you share and post at LinkedIn about your research and the things that you are doing. And I'm really excited to have you and to introduce you to my guest. So I have a question to you. The
Thanks.
question is, I know you are
Yes.
fascinated about robots, but on one side, I am scared from robots. Why are you excited about robots? Can you please tell me why?
Okay. So I think it's natural for me to be excited by robots because I work with robots. I spent the last probably 6 years to work on mechatronics and cyber physical systems applications, which include robots, autonomous vehicles, and smart cities. So for me, robots are great opportunity for us to help us to do things much faster, more performative, with lower effort. They can help us in work settings. They can help us in care. We have so many different applications of that. But I don't know, it may be scary for other people. Why are you scared? So I can try to understand.
I usually see the robots in US that can be used like weapons. So if it is for the
Uh,
good purposes, so it is fine. But when I see these robots are jumping, and they made the parody, but that parody scared me when they were fighting and they had the guns. This. What was the
uh,
company name? I forgot its name, but it is the
I
most.
think, yeah, one of the best applications in robotics are coming from a company called Boston Dynamics from the US.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
is the
Boston
one you
Dynamics
are
directly.
talking about. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. But other than that, but I see you are looking robots from different perspective. Can you give some examples that we shouldn't be scared and that we can be happy that we can utilize and use robots?
Yes, sure. So we have different type of robots, right? The ones that you see called android, humanoid type of robot, which mimics the already existing creatures like humans or dogs or horses and so on. And they try to mimic as much as possible the natural movements and the ways they balance and so on. So in some applications, like the one that you remember probably is one of them that is more like a donkey or a big dog kind of robot, which can help the soldiers to carry their equipment when they go to difficult terrains and so on. And I agree they can be scary, but what is not scary about the military? The whole
You're right.
structure is designed to, yeah,
Kill
they call
people,
it
destroy.
defense, but mainly we know that it is killing and destroying. But there are also really nice applications that help industries. So I work with, for instance, automated warehouses. So this is a regular warehouse where different type of goods are stored, and it is connected with the supply chain. So whenever there is an order coming from different suppliers, they either fill in the warehouse or dispatch different type of goods from the warehouse. So when we think about huge scale, Amazon has, for instance, automated warehouses where lots of robots are helping. The project that I worked on was also working on with similar idea. So how can we make in that kind of a setting? Firstly, we need to have different type of robots because one type of robot cannot do the whole job.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are robotic arms, for instance. They can reach and collect things. Some of them are more like carrying the collected stuff. Some of them are like elevators, which can go up till the roof and down and dispatch
So
some
it doesn't have to
goods.
be robots that look like human being, but it can be different type
Exactly.
of task-oriented robots. You mean?
Exactly, exactly. And they don't really need to be like humans because if humans were good anyways, we would use humans. You know, the capitalist systems requires us to do as much as possible with the most profit. But yeah, the different type of robots have different functionalities and different purposes. So these ones were more designed for this particular task. We have caring robots, especially in Japan. They are already in use, which can move also, but you know they don't really need to be all the time moving around. They help the elderly to reach different type of services through internet by recognizing what they say and bringing. They can automatically fill their medicine needs, for instance. Go and collect from the door their goods, newspapers, and bring them, and so on. And you know, in Japan, robots are believed to have spirits, and it is part of
R-
their culture.
Really? We should talk about this maybe in
Exactly.
another program. So they believe robots
Yeah.
have spirit. Then you cannot I don't know, hit a robot because they have a spirit like
Exactly. Yes, yes. One of the reasons why Japanese technology and robotics are the most matured and progressed one in the world is the cultural aspects of it, that the society believes that, like humans, like animals, the robots, the objects especially, also have souls. So for that reason, they do not see robots as scary as some other may. Yeah.
okay. Is it do you can you do you want to elaborate more on this? We are shifting away the topic, but I think this is interesting thing. If you want to share something else about
Yeah,
like
I
how
mean,
they yes.
yeah. So, how it makes difference when the culture is more open to technology and especially sees the technological products as living creatures like humans and animals. Yeah, I think the interesting thing with Japanese culture and technology is how they approach the technological products or generally in objects, but in this case, the robots. And they think that the robots also has souls. So for that reason, they do not get scared or have different I'm not going to say they are scared is a bit too much, but they don't have, let's say, difficulties to accept robots as part of their daily lives. The manga culture, the TV, the cinema, and also these old stories that has been told for centuries about robot-like creatures makes a lot of changes in their approach to technology, I would say.
Okay, but is it like that maybe they utilize robots much more to help to their life, while some other countries and companies are trying to utilize robots to destroy lives? So of course the perception changes. But it is interesting to see that one. Could you please elaborate on more about examples of robots usage that you know?
So we have different, as I said, different types of robots. Some robots, for instance, works underwater. Um, they can dive into quite deep waters where we are not able to dive, or if we dive, we need to have a safety stopper for safety reasons to have enough oxygen back in our lungs and so on. But you know, the robots doesn't have lungs, so they can go in deep and
Mm-hmm.
they collect different type of samples in different deepness of the water, and then they bring that to the surface so scientists can study. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, I find them really interesting, and since I love diving also, I
Oh,
adore them.
I know you like to fly because I see your videos with the drones picture, and so you want to dive. So it seems surface is not enough for you.
No, the earth is not my place really. I always think that I belong to ocean or sea. But with this body, this is what we can do, Serdar. This is the most.
So can we say that actually there are very good usage of robots if we utilize it correctly for the parts that human body cannot survive or is not strong enough?
Exactly. I think this is the rule for, it should be the rule for technology in any sense, including robots. So, what we need to do is to try to see where do we need technological development, where do we need robots. And there are so many different applications. Mines are dangerous places. Diving deep in water is dangerous. Repetitive work that the human body cannot really handle, like the warehouses that you only reach and collect some pieces all the time. It's really
Boring, not productive.
exactly. We can do much better. We are the human body and brain is much more capable to do that. So using robots in these kind of settings and instead educating people to do something else or giving people the chance to try different things and find what they care, what they love. And this should be the purpose of how we design and implement robots in our daily lives. What is the purpose of it? Why do we need them? And also, when we introduce them, what will happen to the, for instance, workers that they will lose their jobs?
Thank you very much, Didem, for joining from Cambridge University, and I wish you good luck with your research and to discuss with you more about your fascinating projects. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Sada. Thanks. Bye bye.